I often get asked by my male friends, what do girls actually want? They say, if we give them attention, they call us clingy. If we play hard to get, they call us game players. If we move forward, they pull back. What happened to girls wanting the nice guy? And then suddenly I realized, in a moment of complete clarity, that girls make it really difficult for guys. I'm not saying that guys make it easy either, but women know and accept that they are difficult. They cry a lot, sometimes for no apparent reason. They crave reassurance and then bat compliments away. They blame boys for playing games and being bad guys, but then they push them away when they are nice. Maybe they just don't know what it is that they want. Truth is, life isn't like a fairy tale. Ladies of the 21st century aren't waiting around for anybody. So guys, here are 5 bulletproof ways to pick up on the fact that the girl you are talking to isn't trying to play games. She simply has no idea what she wants. She misinterprets your romantic gestures. Sure, sending a girl flowers is one of the most traditional romantic gestures you could offer. She's seen it in the movies, she's dreamt about it as a child, but when they turn up at her door, her initial reaction, she calls all her friends to discuss the matter. While they're all like, OMG, that is so cute. This is the advice she'd be giving if the shoe was on the other foot. All she can think is, he's clingy, and this is too early. How can I escape? And I need to escape. Which leads us on to point 2. She immediately wants to run away because you're too nice. She doesn't really want to escape. She's just scared to commit because you're that nice and she isn't used to it. It doesn't make much sense, does it? See, sadly, most girls have encountered more players than princes. So don't bombard her with grand gestures when the most she's used to is a guy splitting the bill instead of paying for it. If you are a romantic gesture kind of guy, introduce them slowly so she knows you're not just trying to buy her affection or guilt trip her into being with you. It needs to be her own decision, without the pretty presents and big bouquets clouding her judgment. She's protective of her time and space. Girls are pretty independent these days, and they enjoy their own space. Going from being in control of your own time without having to check in with anyone else to being bombarded with the "what are you doing? Where are you? And when can I see you?" messages is pretty terrifying. When she's ready to surrender some of her precious time to you, you'll know she's definitely into you. She's not taking the advice she'd usually offer. Let's revert back to the flower scenario. If a guy sends flowers to her best friend, no doubt she'd be super excited for her friend because isn't that the most adorable thing ever? She'll tell her best friend he's totally a keeper. But when she's the one receiving the flowers, it's a whole different ball game. If she isn't taking the advice she normally dish out to her friends, then she's making excuses for why she isn't that into you. She's overthinking it. Guys, you should realize that every text you send, number of kissy face emojis you include, or even the duration between the texts are CLEARL, all tell all signs of how much you like her. Trust me, she's freaking out about all of the above, so don't give her any unnecessary reason to worry. A little bit of reassurance and clarity can work wonders. If all 3 of your Snapchat best friends are girls, she's definitely thinking now is the best time to run before she gets hurt. What's interesting is not just that most people aren't in touch with their desires, but simultaneously, most of us think we are. We get ideas about what we want from media, our friends, our past experiences, what we read in books and online articles by dating coaches, and we piece together some image of what we want that is usually pretty generic, tall, dark, and handsome. Girl next door, bad boy but loves my mom. A star in the bedroom, wholesome at dinner parties. This is why so many dating profiles sound the same. In fact, one of the most common things I hear people say is that they think their problem is that they are too picky. Contrary to what you might be thinking, though as I sit here insulting half of the male population for being too nice, it doesn't mean being the nice guy won't ever get a girl anywhere in life. I'm not going to sit here and say women want the bad guy, because we've all been there, done that, thought we could be the one guy to change her. What I am saying, though, is an air of mystery never hurt anyone. What's dating in your 20s without the thrill of the chase? As long as you're on the same page, you can't go wrong with a touch of mystery. After all, she doesn't really know what she wants. So why don't you be the one to show her? And while it sucks to not get what they want, the real horror starts when women get what they think they want and still aren't satisfied. When this happens, some of them tweak their list of what they think they want and set themselves up for a repeat disappointment. Some blame the other person, and some have existential crises. Women should be more interested in figuring out what they really want. It's much easier to get it that way. Most straight women think they want to date a man taller than them until they agree to go on a date with a guy half an inch shorter than them. You see a lot of short guys struggle with feeling insecure about their height because it's our culture that confuses height and masculinity. This insecurity often leaves women without the experience they're looking for example, that of being with someone strong, confident, and masculine. The result is that a lot of women may not want to date them, thus turning the whole thing into a self-fulfilling prophecy. But their height isn't the issue. Their insecurity about their height is. When we are really happy and really turned on, it has little to do with the things we as a culture think we want in a partner. Attraction comes from how we feel when we are around a person, not from any particular static quality they may possess. When women feel happy, confident, understood, respected, cherished, wanted, smart, and able, they think they are awesome. They've all had the experience of thinking, wow, that person isn't that hot, but there is just something about him. Conversely, they've all thought someone was hot until they opened their mouth. That is their experience of who they are when they are around a person, and it is independent of their body, their job, their taste in music, or their cooking skills. The bad news: being desirable has nothing to do with your genetics. That means you can't blame your lackluster dating life on your height, your weight, your bald head, your job, or your past. If you aren't getting what you want, one of two things are happening, or probably both. Either you are like 99% of the world, and you don't know what you really want, in which case it's time for you to start doing some serious soul searching to figure that out. The other likely possibility is that you are focused on being the way you think other people want you to be. Maybe they've even said that's how they want you to be, but it probably isn't. Focusing all your attention on those red herrings is keeping you from being the kind of person people actually want to be with. Now the good news: being desirable has nothing to do with your genetics. However you look, whatever you do for a living, whatever experiences you've had, you are already lovable and already have everything you need to be smoking hot and totally irresistible. Now go ahead and find out what you want in a girl. You are the man. Approach her and give her what she needs, not what she wants. Be confident, be strong, and behave masculine. Remember, your height has nothing to do with this, neither are your genetics. All right, now hit the like button, subscribe, and activate notifications to learn more about female nature. Peace.